Welcome everyone here this evening. It's nice to see a group of folks back here. We start our meetings with the Pledge of Allegiance, and we have three young ladies from the Zebulon GT Magnet Elementary School. I'd like for them to come forward and lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. And I'm going to try to get your names right. If I don't get them exactly right, please excuse me. It's Stephanie Alvarez, Kaylee Manila Pablo, and Carolina Pinela Pedro. And if y'all would come forward, please. You have been recognized by your counselor to be here this evening, and we very much appreciate you taking the time and coming down. And we just want to recognize you for the good work that you do. And we would also like for you to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, ladies. Appreciate it very much. We also have with us Angela Joyner, who is a fourth grade teacher at the Zebulon GT Magnet Elementary. Angela? Welcome. Glad to have you. I want to read this. I don't know who wrote this, but it's. I do want to read it to the people and thank you for the good work that you do. It says, I've known Angela Joyner in a professional capacity for the past year. In that short amount of time, it became evident that Ms. Joyner is a stellar teacher. She has already made her mark in the Zebulon GT Magnet Elementary community and will do the same as Wake County Teacher of the Year representative from Zebulon Elementary. As a fourth grade teacher at Zebulon, Ms. Joyner has distinguished herself as a leader in the classroom and in the community from the time she transferred here from a neighboring county. She brings knowledge of effective technology implementation as well as expertise in literacy, mathematics, and science instruction. She also integrates the 4 C's of collaboration, creativity, critical thinking, and communication throughout her lessons. Ms. Joyner teaches more than content, though. She teaches children. It is her understanding of how to motivate and engage students that separates her from the rest. Ms. Joyner's philosophy in education is to meet all students at their present level and take all students to new heights. She does this through strong knowledge of curriculum, pedagogy, and understanding of developmental levels. A strong belief in each student coupled with a strong work ethic and creative hands-on lessons allows learners to reach their full potential. Each year, students in Ms. Joyner's classroom demonstrate more than expected academic and social growth. That is a very nice thing. And so I'd like to And just as a point of recognition, Mr. David Newkirk is here, who is the principal. So just want to say hello and thank you. Thank all of you for coming. We have a business meeting. You're welcome to stay or leave at your leisure. So thank you very much. We appreciate everything that you do. All right, I jumped the gun a little bit, so we'll do the approval of the agenda.
I make a motion we approve the agenda.
Second.
All in favor? Motion carries. Consent agenda.
I make a motion we approve the consent agenda.
Second.
And second, all in favor? Motion carries. Old business, facade improvement grant program.
Good evening, Mayor and Commissioners. Mr. Hetrick is not feeling well, so I'll be standing in for him tonight to make the report on the facade improvement grant program. I won't go into a lot of detail since you've already had this as a work session topic. In essence, the discussion before the board is first, does the town wish to create a facade improvement grant program by adopting the attached policy in front of you? And secondly, if created, does the board wish to retain or assign approval authority associated with those grant requests? and I'm available to answer any questions that the board may have.
Let's break it down into two points. And this is well, first of all, is there a motion to proceed with facade grants?
So moved.
Second. Any questions or discussion? All in favor? And the motion carries. Thank you. The second item then is who gets to make or give the grants. And they have proposed two different authorities that we could follow. I'm going to start by telling you what I think. I really believe that this board should retain approval authority, just simply because I think grants should come from the elected officials and not from staff. I think that we form a committee, that committee makes a recommendation to us, and I'm not thinking that we would be some group that would pick it to pieces, but it's just simply when people downtown say, I got a grant, I want them to say that it came from the town board. And that's where I sit on the issue.
And I feel differently, but I think it's time that the board started assigning some, approval to committees. I think if we choose the committees and give them the authority and they follow the guidelines that we give them, that they might be able to, they should be able to do it without us going and extending the period for approval.
Well, the proposal is that the planning board actually makes the final decision.
If the governing board were to assign approval authority, it would be a staff decision.
Right. As opposed to a board decision. And I'm all for the committee. Don't misunderstand me. I am all for it. I just think in the final approval form, just like on philanthropic money that we give out, contracts that we sign, that we just give the final approval. I'm not trying to get us involved into the minutia of it. It's
Right.
just the final.
Just the final.
Other comments?
I certainly agree with you. We need a committee to ferret out everything that needs to be taken into consideration. But I also agree that we need to make the final decision as board.
Okay. Other comments? Make that as a
I'll make
motion.
that as a motion.
Is there a second? Second. Other comments or discussion?
Could we, now, Joe, would you kind of explain the process again right now for us, please?
Okay.
The process.
If I'll break it down by both options. Option one, if the board, the governing board, were to retain authority, this review committee would be set up similarly to your planning board. They would be a public body. They would have to subscribe to the same open meeting laws. So they'd have to meet on a regular basis. They'd have to give notice associated with that. Option two is the review board is nothing more than an advisory board to staff, because that advisory board brings some expertise that quite simply staff doesn't have. We've given examples in here as to the expertise. So somebody from the Zebulon Beautification Committee, a builder contractor, a real estate agent broker, someone in the financial or banking industry, and a downtown business or a property owner. So in that setup, staff could make the decision, would use that review board to receive advice on who to offer the grants to.
Let me be clear what I'm saying. At that point, everything's the same, except the staff comes here for final codification of the grant. Other comments? Go ahead, Dave.
My comment is, I'm not really sure that we ought to be involved in that. It seems that we set the policy and everything, but I think that possibly the staff could do it. They're more involved in what's going on with the thing, so. Anyway, that's where I'm coming from.
Other comments? All in favor? Opposed? And the motion fails. So we need another motion.
Well, I'll make a motion to approve option number 2.
Okay?
What's your motion?
Approve
To
option
approve
two.
option number 2.
I'll second.
Other comments? All in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. Okay, thank you, Joe.
Thank you.
Appointing Triangle J delegate. I guess I'll do that. The current delegate is Glenn. The current alternate is Beverly. Are y'all willing to continue to serve?
Sure.
All right, is there a motion to appoint them?
So moved.
Second.
Other comments? All in favor? Okay, motion carries. Thank you. Dale, board comment?
I don't have anything.
Happy New Year, everybody.
Yeah, other than that.
Nothing.
Okay. All right. Joe?
In a minute, I'll need to recognize Mr. Fitz, but before I do so, I want to let everyone know that the Zebulon calendars are out, and great work done by Ms. Markland to show town of Zebulon then and now. There's historic pictures in there and their current counterparts. And if you were to take a look at the month of January, you'd see that there is a board meeting tonight. You would also see that baseball, softball, and T-ball leagues registration is taking place through January 27th. And you'd also see that on the 13th, so not this coming Friday, but next Friday, is Family Movie Night. The specific movie is the Angry Birds movie, and that's going to be shown down at the community center, and popcorn will be served. And with that said, I will turn it over to Bobby Fitz.
I just wanted to report a few budget transfers real quick, being this is about midway of the year. We're just going to do a little expenditure report cleanup. Just a few really. In the governing body, moved 1,000 from group insurance to FICA, and administration moved 1,700 from postage to travel and training, HR. Moved $100 from postage to print and copying. In planning, moved 4,500 to materials and supplies, 3,000 of that from professional services, and 1,500 from advertising. In buildings and grounds, moved 1,000 from Greenway promotional printing to equipment maintenance. Moved 500 from community center building maintenance to janitorial materials and supplies. And police, moved 4,000 from salaries to vehicle maintenance. In sanitation, moved 5,000 from salaries to contract services, solid waste. Parks and Recreation moved 2,000 from equipment maintenance to vehicle maintenance. And in the special appropriations, community development department moved 3,000 from Campo, 200 of that to the North Carolina League of Municipality dues, and 100 to hazmat fees. That's all. Any questions?
Anything else, Joe?
No, sir.
Okay. All right, we're going to go into closed session then as permitted by North Carolina General Statute 143-318.1185 for the purpose of consulting with the town attorney on contract negotiations. Is there a motion?
So move.
Second.
Second, all in favor? Okay, thank you, folks. Let's go.